You can't seem to get through to your 20-something or 30-something-year-old kid. Maybe they ran away from home from you. Every time they come home for dinner, they go on their phones. There's no eye contact. They'll bark at you every time you ask them something. And every time you suggest something, they roll their eyes and scoff at you. They eat your food, then they leave. You didn't raise your son or daughter to be so disrespectful. You're an elder. You're their parent. You're doling out your pearls of wisdom, unsolicited advice, left, right, and center. And they just won't listen to you. You raised them. You fed them. You uprooted your entire life from your home country so that they can have a better life here. And they disrespect you? They're just entitled, privileged North American kids who don't understand the value of hard work and the suffering that you've experienced. Okay, newsflash, auntie or uncle. You just don't get it. In order to have a better relationship with your kid, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Here are 3 things that I want you to start doing. Number 1, stop telling them what to do. Stop telling them where they should live, what they should do for a living, where they should go to school, what clothes they should wear, what car they should buy, what house they should buy, how they should parent. And this includes tips or suggestions on their physical appearance, including their skin, how bad their acne is, or how fat they got. Their chubby arms, or their back fat, or their belly. And it deteriorates their self-esteem. Why would they want to hang out with someone who makes them feel bad? If you keep telling them what to do, you're basically projecting your own insecurities onto them. And if you think those suggestions will make them change or motivate them to be better, it won't. They already know. You've obviously been saying those things since they were a kid till now. One more time isn't going to make the difference. If you keep telling them what to do, it undermines their ability to function as an adult. And it makes them feel like you don't trust them. And what is trust directly related to? Honesty. So how are they going to be honest and be transparent, sharing their life with you, if they don't trust you? Number 2, stop comparing a sibling, a cousin, a family friend, so-and-so's kid. No one cares. Every time you compare your child to another child, it makes them feel like their self-worth is completely dependent on someone else, on how they compare to someone else. If you think it will motivate them again to do better, it does the opposite. It makes them distance themselves from you. Because every time they try and bring up a success, a decision that they're making, and you bring up someone else into the conversation, it makes them feel like you don't value them. Because in a relationship, the relationship that you have with your child consists of 2 people, you and him or her. So focus on that. Number 3, drop your ego. I get it. I'm a mom. I invested my blood, sweat, and tears into this child since they were this small. You've seen them grow your whole life. You've seen them go from a baby to their walking, to an adolescent, to a teenager, and now they're an adult. You know them. At least you think you know them. Do you really know them as an adult? Not as the 7-year-old version of them who brought your slippers to you when you came home from work? Get to know them as a peer. And if you treat them as children and view them as children, then you're continuously going to have a relationship where there is an imbalance in power, where there is 0 conversations that involve trust, honesty, rawness, and authenticity. So get to know your kid. First step, admit to yourself and to them that you really don't know your child. Ask them about them. Remove that hat of judgment and have an open and honest conversation with your child about what's going on in their life. Fourth tip, bonus tip, I want you to go through those last 3 things and self-reflect on if these are things that you've done, is to call your child up and tell them that these are the things I'm going to stop doing because I love you and because I care for you and because I want to have a relationship with you. And you may be thinking, well, I'm the parent, I'm the elder, they're the child. They should be the ones coming to me and starting that conversation. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who starts the conversation. A relationship gets better by a conversation. It doesn't matter who started it. And if you want to play the game of stubbornness, who has more time?